Hi guys, welcome back to our Big Brother episode. This is episode 19, I think. We're not talking about this unlocked. This is actually, I think originally it's actually episode, I think it actually is episode 22, but because we're not talking about the unlocked, it is actually episode 19 or 20, one of those two episodes. So, tonight, it was 2 hours because they had to put the unlocked episode, make people watch the unlocked episode with the actual episode. So I'll talk about what about the unlocked episode, just because it was in this episode, and I'll talk about the actual episode. So in this episode, we got to see, which I love when they do this, how they build OTEP. This took 4 days to build the famous OTEP competition. I love it. I love seeing like behind the scenes stuff and this stuff like this. Last time we saw behind the scenes of behind the glass and behind the mirrors, what we see, that was really cool. But we got to see how they build OTAP. And this is really cool. Production design and production, they deserve a lot of credit. Because I think a lot of people don't give them credit what they need. Because gosh, production, you deserve a lot of credit, because honestly, seeing how OTEP is built, it's crazy. It's honestly, it's crazy to think that, you know, because people think, a lot of people think, oh, it's easy, but it's not what easy at all. So I love how they put all this time and effort to build these famous competition, and it's so cool to see this. It's just cool. It's amazing. It's cool to see this stuff. We saw on this episode, we saw Dee's family, which I was I still don't like about seeing our family, and I also don't like Dee. Sorry, but it's not a fan of Dee at all. We saw Dee's family. Daniel Weyes was the surprise cameo. We also got to see Paul. I did not like Paul in season 18. I'll be frank with you. I visually did not care about Paul in season 18. I mean, not 18. In season 19, which I think that's been 11, 12 years ago now. How long since 10? So I think 11 or 11 years. And that is crazy. That is crazy that it's been that long. It doesn't feel like that long, actually. Because it's been 10 years since Big Brother 17. So I think 11 years, 11 to 12 years, and that's crazy. Think about that. It is crazy. Think about that. But anyway, we saw Paul at the end, which that was amazing, because he actually have not been like out since the end of season 19. He made a little, well, that should count this spin-off of BBOTT. He made his appearance on that, but on the Red version, he actually not been since season 19 in 2017, and that's crazy. I think about that. It's crazy. I think that it's just crazy. I think that, you know, this happens all the time. All the time. Sorry about that, but it's just crazy. I think about that. Okay, so let's get into the actual episode. So last time, Kami went out with a vote of 5. I think it's 5-1. Wawa was the only vote to keep Kami. Maui and Melanie was trying to tell Wawa and tell you, well, we don't have the votes to keep Kami in the house. We don't have the votes at all. But they did not have a chance to get to Wawa quickly to tell her that we don't have the votes. The Kami's don't know. So Wawa is upset. Wawa is upset that because she was the only one, but she also got white too, because everybody thought that that Wawa, Kami was on stay, but everybody besides Wawa affected Kami, and everybody's blaming on True and Barrett. Barrett and True like the main people who still in this pot, and I have to say, here's the thing, I like True and Barrett. I hope they win, but I don't see them winning, unfortunately. I just don't. But there's going to be a point, if they win 8 trades, there's going to be a point where they have to choose. Which side are you on, you know? We'll show that to that actually soon. But yeah. So Troy and Barrett are like the head of the snakes of this. Yash was saying that this too. And Wawa and Taylor was upstairs in their gym. And they're basically saying, yeah, so Troy and Barrett is the main problem of this thing. They're the ones who told Mally Melody to switch votes and Vic Comu. They're the ones. Troy and Barrett is the ones, you know, is the main ones who started this. And so, yeah. And, so they're the main ones. And now, if they don't win any trades, they want to go after Troy and Barrett. Barrett and Troy needs to go after. Taylor and Wawa do not want Troy to win, Barrett to win, Devins to win, and, Dee win. She does not want those 4 people to win. It is time for the HOH competition. Oh, also, we also saw Haley's and Wawa's fight. What happened the couple of days ago? I think it was Andrew's birthday, maybe. Well, Haley basically called that Wawa, you are a liar and you are like there's a bad human being and stuff like that. And yeah, Danielle and Danielle and Taylor's saying, yeah, Haley is disgusting, blah blah blah. No, Wawa's disgusting. Right, I'm not, but yeah, it's like, I'm not a fan of Danielle Wayans. I'm not a fan. If they do this Unlocked episodes next year, they need to have better host. Because having Cherry O'Connell, I feel like he's just the host, while Taylor and Derek is like the side host, you know. All 3 of them is not white. They need to get a better host. You know, Brandon, an amazing, Brandon, Chanel, and Rachel. Brandon those 2, like, they have been amazing people. They know each other very well. Brandon those 2 next season. Because Taylor Harris and Derek don't have like the close friendship. But Chanel and Rachel, they have it. Now they don't want to travel back and forth all the time, whatever. And I think because Derek and Taylor lives in California, I think Taylor does. I don't know about Derek. It's just more easier. But they better host. We don't need Taylor and stuff like that. And Danielle Wayans, you just need to retire her. Just retire her at the point. She's pointless, right, aren't she? She's just so boring. And she's not that good. Like, Audrey, I'm happy she did not win season 3 or All-Stars. Or Reindeer title. But, whatever. But, anyway, so, it is time for the HOH competition. But however, there's a surprise former Big Brother player, Paul, from season 18 and 19. And True was jumping up and down. Bear was so happy because you can tell that True and Bear is just like they're so happy to see them because they know who these people, they know who Paul is. Angela, I don't even know if Angela ever met Paul. Like, I'm shocked that Angela never met Paul, but I just feel like Paul and Angela, like, I feel like Angela is like, this is Paul, everyone. I love this. I don't know if you caught this. Angela told Paul, hey Paul, this is Paul. Haley, this is Paul. Kind of like going around saying, this is True, this is Barrett. You know, that type of thing. Like, I don't know. But I love Angela. People love and hate Angela. You know, it's like one of those things, you know. But it's time for the HOH competition. And this is a competition we saw last year. And oh my gosh. Paul was right. He stepped out of How to Train Your Dragon. He really was right. Hit up from How to Train Your Dragon. No joke. Why should I have it? I don't know if it's actually on here or not. No, but I do actually have it. Hold on. he was like picked up from hatching and tried to like honestly compare them to Paul would try picked up. Like no joke, I'm not joking. Like put Paul together with picked up from hatching and Trident. And the whole theme just feels like hatching and I loved it. But this composition, one by one, there's like being balancing. We saw this special with Rachel, didn't matter Keanu and stuff like that. Wanted to be on Keanu's team, whatever. And True came in first place. He had a time of, no, was it True? No, it was Wawa. Was it? No, Taylor came in first, and then whole minute was 1 minute. True came with 59 seconds. Wawa did not. She failed. Andrew failed, and D came in the minute of 49 seconds. Devin failed. Barrett failed. And there was some people for the competition, like Barrett for the competition because he didn't want to he said in Darwin, have more blood what the icons can do on the hands, it's better for me. Because like, there needs to be a point where you have to make big moves, Barrett. Please, Barrett and True is really behind the icon's back. And it's just like, oh my gosh, you have to make big moves. You can't hide behind these icons. Because they're not going to take each other. They're not going to take the intro. Devin and D is all just going to take the self to the final two, But yeah. But it's just like, oh my gosh. Stop protecting. D and Devin not gonna protect you guys all the time. There's, oh my gosh, B. That's stop. But yeah. But D won the head of household competition. Yay. Taylor and Wawa is like upset, like, oh my gosh. Like, grow up. Like, where were Taylor and Wawa? Mostly Taylor. If you watch The Wifey, as you know, Taylor needs to grow up. They're not in kindergarten. You need to grow up and just grow up. I don't know how she's a principal at some school, what she does, but how the heck are you? Like, how are you a principal? Like, aren't you? This how. This really how. But, Wawa went upstairs to talk to Dia, and, Dia told Wawa to her face, I'm possibly gonna put you on the bot. Sorry. And then Wawa, Taylor, Andrew, and D was talking. Andrew, D, and Devin were talking and say, hey, what about if I do my 5K to Yash and bribe him to keep all of us safe? And so she pulled out the coin and said, hey, what? You have to, if I give you this, you can't put any of us three on the bot. If I give you this. And he said yes. Which obviously he has to do it, because he can't, he has to, yeah. So, so now she wants to bring the crossovers and the alliance, or whatever that wants to, and kind of say who is like what's in the data. They kind of point on back and True into a corner. And this is a point where I hate Yash, and I hate him, and I don't like him. He threw True name under the bus while he's sitting in the corner. He said it was True and Camu, but it was True, saying that he wanted to flip the votes to get D out if she was starting the bot. And it's like, oh my gosh, shut up. Like, really? Shut up, Camu. I mean, not Camu, Yash. Like, boy, shut up and grow up. Yeah, it was True. He was the one. He told He was in, and True in the dining room said, what is going on? Because I feel like I'm getting played. Like, I'm in a corner. Like, my back is at the corner now. And he didn't know what to say, because when he's on the wifey's, he said, I'm just like confused. I don't know. Like, when people put me in a corner, I did blink. I don't know what to say. And stuff like that. And so, yeah. So, he was like froze, like he didn't know what to say. Yash was like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I was like, shut up, Yash. Like, please shut up. Just shut up. Dee and True was talking upstairs, and Dee in this conversation basically want to know what side is he on. And so, Dee basically said, hey, well, first it said, what in the world is back before I did to this? Yeah, True got the power. He got the power. This is stupid. Why is this even a power? He got the stupid power. He got the power. Never have not. That means he will never be a have not. What type of power is that? I don't even know why that was an option in the first place. That's not even a power. What the heck is that? That needs to be like the power when you do pleasant punishment, not the stupid power. I don't know, but it's stupid. I don't know what's wrong with these stupid people. But anyway, so he got that, he told Dee, but what we didn't see on the episode, he said, yeah, this power, it sucks. Wait, what is this power? Like, this power sucks. And he said, yeah, I told, this also was on that episode, he said, yeah, I talked to Barrett, and I talked to Devin's when I got out of the dining room. And Barrett was kind of upset because he never got a power without doing now. But True said, well, you're special. You are special in our hearts, all of us. But yeah. So in this conversation, Dee just basically want to know what side is he on. So Dee said, okay, what happened? I just want to know what happened. And he said, Kami was the one who wanted to get you out. I was not, and all this stuff. And she said, okay. I don't know if she said it on the episode because I forgot, but she said, I possibly might put you on the block. And he's like, what? So it's time for the nomination. I think the nomination. And she put up Wawa. She put up True. And she put up Taylor. Now, I think a lot of people knew that he was in there. Wawa and Taylor said, we're not going to see Alpha until Wednesday, which I hate when it is. But basically said to True, and basically Wawa and Taylor said this, wait, what happened to the vote? And called up True, and that was it. We didn't see anywhere else. Of course, until Wednesday. It's gonna suck. It's gonna want to see what happens, because this was not apparent to Andra and Jason's whatever. That was on the wifey's, which you got to see that. This was not. So yeah, so we don't know how this all played out and stuff like that. But apparently Barrett said something. I think Melanie said something. Mallory did not say anything. And basically now, True is not the target no more. True was the target. Now it's not. Now it's to Taylor. So tomorrow, spoilers will be uploaded late. Possibly not until tomorrow night. Sorry about that, but it's not be uploaded until tomorrow night, unfortunately. But however, beginning Tuesday, it will be uploaded in the morning, and then till Friday. So tomorrow night it'll be up. Bit better spoiled. I might do it tonight. I don't know. If I feel like it, but if I don't, it'll be uploaded tomorrow night. But anyway, but thanks for watching. Have a good day tonight. I'll see you. Bye.